The Disney show for Moana has been cancelled, or rather turned into Moana 2, a sequel to a Disney movie that many, including myself, hold very close, as it's probably one of the more well-received movies from Disney since after the Renaissance era. Moana 2's announcement came overall from what seemed to be a big day for the company, as they announced many things like investing $1.5 billion into Epic Games, sheesh, along with Toy Story 5 and what I want to rant/ramble about today, Moana 2, which came as a huge surprise, by the way. Everyone was expecting a Disney Plus show, though admittedly we should have figured something changed since it's been years since the show's announcement, but also the fact that this movie is releasing this year. It's coming out in November, which is going to be leading a lineup of sequels over the next couple of years along with Inside Out 2. Another reason it might have caught me by surprise is because internally I don't really think Moana needed a sequel. By logic, I suppose it didn't need a show either, but I feel like the Moana movie, while there is plenty of creative avenues to explore, it's difficult to envision a route that will complement or exceed what the first movie did. Not just with its music and characters, but overall story and stakes. There was a general synopsis of the plot that was released, saying that Moana receives an unexpected call from her ancestors and must journey to the far seas of dangerous and long-lost waters. It doesn't explain much, but I want to imagine this will be a story about Moana's life as the village chief, potentially picking up on that voyage in the final scene of the first movie. Based on the teaser they released, it seems like Moana is enjoying her life, just kind of being free in the open waters, kind of doing whatever. I still can't help but be skeptical, and that probably is just because Moana is one of my favorite Disney movies. The movie just really connected with me in almost every way. I love that adventurous feeling and Moana's entire character arc of trying to live up to something while also fulfilling her dream of just getting off of that island and not being trapped. It's just so good. It has a lot in common with my favorite video game franchise, Kingdom Hearts, specifically the first Kingdom Hearts game, where the basic plot points are extremely similar. The Moana show being turned into a movie is a little concerning, because I want to hope that it was turned into a movie because it actually needed to be a movie, rather than just because they figured it'd perform better, which it is most definitely the latter, but in this scenario I'm hoping it's at least a good bit of both. Sequels should always try and push the boundaries of its original, but I think there's a lot of cases where a sequel is fine as long as it just complements the story well and makes sense for all the characters involved. The big issue with a lot of Disney sequels is that they can feel phoned in at times, but I'll admit that sequels across the board have gotten mostly better compared to the straight to DVD sequels of the 90s and 2000s. The next couple of years should be interesting with all these sequels coming out, because it's not just Moana 2, we also have Inside Out 2, Zootopia 2, Toy Story 5, and a potential two-parter sequel coming from Frozen. It's a little concerning, admittedly, for new characters and franchises to be created, as aside from the outlier in Encanto, a lot of movies over the past few years didn't reach expectations or were just lost in the void we call streaming services and Disney Plus. Which is a shame, because I do think some of these straight to Disney Plus animations like Turning Red were actually really fun. I think this potential lack of confidence in newer IPs and also them backpedaling on their plans to originally extend a lot of these franchises into Disney Plus shows is a reason for the surplus in sequels we're going to be getting from them over the next couple of years. I will be going to see Moana 2. Hopefully a trailer gets rid of some of the skepticism I have about it. Moana 2 doesn't need a sequel, but I am open to it. Tell me what you think about Moana 2 and all these sequels that are happening now. Do these movies need them? Do they not? I'd love to know your thoughts.